Now it's working. Sorry, I had to restart everything because my screen wasn't captured. I don't know why. What was the problem? Anyway, welcome to PLO Zoom stream. I have this project. PokerStars offered me $200 bonus if you rate 500. That's 40% plus then 5% from those damn chests. Couldn't refuse that offer. It was fun to get back to Zoom. Haven't played it for a while. And here's what the challenge or project is looking so far in the graph. Green is winnings, orange is all in adjusted winnings. This is where I should be, and this is where I would be if I hadn't used cash outs, which I did, and lucky me. I started the PLO25 Zoom project with only $200 deposit or 200 euro. Got that one on Skrill. So I wanted to save my bankroll and I used cash out to protect it. And here at the end of the first sessions, when I was down 10 buy-ins, 10 buy-ins under EV, I was quite happy that I used cash out and had used since. And oh my god, in the end, I'm down 24 buy-ins under EV. If I hadn't used cash out, that's one of the sickest runs. 11,000 hands, 24 buy-ins under EV. Here is my actual winnings. It's the purple line. So I'm a bit under EV because I don't use cash out if the difference is not huge. Like without cash out, I don't get anything. With cash out, I would get $5 to $10 back. So the difference is not huge. I don't use cash outs on those. And I've been running poorly on those. But if my EV share of the pot is $70, so my options are if I lose, I get zero, or with cash out, I get $70 guaranteed. I use cash out to make sure no one sucks out on me. And I'm quite happy that I have used it. I would be over $500 poorer if I hadn't used it. And it has saved my mental energy. Like I'm running probably one of the worst runs. Well, not the worst. Worst was when I'm down 40 binds under EV in one session. But it actually included a lot of tilting. But even in tilting, you can run bad. So I once played on full tilt back in the days, and I was minus $1,000 on PLO25, while EV was plus $1. That's the worst run on one evening and night. But this 11,000 hands, 24 binds under EV, really bad run. But there's no mental game issues of ever. Because I don't mind losing. I lost to 9%. I lost to 3%. If I cash out, I don't care about the results. Of course, here you can see that I went up well, how much is this? $200 because I won two deep pots, 200 pp's deep. I got back to back, same time on two tables, 200 pp's deep. I had it in 50-50 flip, and I won both of those. And I used cash out because I don't want to face the variance, so I won my own back there. Quite a few winnings anyway, but if I haven't had those two lucky hands, then my EV line would be actually here minus 200. Like if I lost both of those, then I would be here. I would be over $700 under EV. So if you ask me today, why are you using cash out? It's minus EV. Then I will show you this graph. It's that simple. That's why I keep using it. And I know that the only way that can prevent me from making money on small stakes is my mental game. I know myself that well. If I start to play poorly, start to play minus EV poker. That's the only way that can hurt me there. And with cash out, I eliminate that problem. Or variance, I eliminate that problem. So, of course, you can have variance. You can get setup after setup after setup after setup. But it's hard to lose 20 buy-ins with setups. Or it's harder than to lose 20 buy-ins with just variance on flips. So, I really love cash outs. And poker became so much more fun for me because I don't have to worry about getting sucked out anymore. And I'm happy to pay for that privilege. And let's put some colors here. Remember that zooming on Zoom, zooming to some tables is a bit harder to the PokerStars software because the hotkeys doesn't really work unless I have the Streamlabs active. But let's say how it goes, and when we have some important stuff. Once again, 4 tables of Zoom, there's probably going to be a lot of action. Let's call half a pot bet and then decide on the turn what we do. And he's a bit, I will mark him tied, 19, 11, 3. We could semi-bluff the turn. We have a 10 blocker. I don't think he has a straight when he checks the turn very often. So there's a lot of rivers that we can bluff. And let's put pressure on his ace. If he has ace 9, ace 7, ace king, it's hard to call. Even with the flush draw, it's hard to call a pot size bet. And if I had a straight, I would pot it. And we just pick it up. And if you have any questions, feel free to hit them. I might be able to answer them, or if it's really interesting spot, let's open replay and pause the tables, because in Zoom, it's so damn easy. Zoom is a very stream-friendly environment. Weak bet, we block jacks, definitely call and peel the turn. Yeah, opponents tilt less, some use cash out, some don't, but I don't think, I think it's benefits me more than my opponents, to be honest, on general. And a couple of 3-bet pots. On the top, we missed the flop. On the right, not making moves on 3-bet pots. I've seen people just stacking off with aces on those paired boards so often that no reason to go bananas. Yeah, I'm not sure how often people tilt in general, because there are a few people that tilt, but they will tilt on setups anyway. If they have prone to tilt, then they could easily tilt on some setups. Whoa, whoa, damn! That was loud. Oh, here I bet the flop, protection bluff, and he leads the turn. I'm very sure he has a king, very common line. I'm not going for those. So Nidov is hosting with 5 viewers. As I'm a boomer, thank you, Nido, and welcome those who joined PLO25 Zoom. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'm such a boomer that what's the difference between raiding and hosting? Please have a way to swipe cards. What? Swipe what? I bet the flop. When he just calls, definitely bet the turn. Please have a way to swipe cards. I don't understand. On the blue one, we 3-bet aces and we hit SPR3 with 2 people and we missed the flop. So let's turn to here where we actually have the nuts. And on the small stakes PLO, I'm not a fan of slow playing. I'm not a fan of slow playing at all. So what's the difference between hosting and rating? Hosting, they stay on your channel. Rating, they come to my channel, or what? Or is it just a word that if you raid, then there's 5 barbarians running across the streets? Nixiosmo. This is the one from same nickname, same avatar at Party Poker. He has aces or kings. Sure. And river goes probably check or he bets. Yep. I know him. And on Zoom, I'm actually playing a bit tighter than normal, and it's working wonderfully. So probably should change even on run it once. Tighten up slightly before ranges. Way to swipe cards on your coaching website. What? I still don't understand. Swipe what? Damn. We check the flop, he bets the turn. We have top 2. I mean, if I fold this hand, I'm folding everything. But he's not barreling the river without straight. All right. Overpair. Well, you can bet it on the turn for sure. I don't understand. Swipe cards on my coaching website. First, I was like, okay, we have pocket kings here. Let's use it as a blocker. But damn, we have the queen as well. We have the nuts. And no one plays with us. Bummer. Well, pocket ace is going to get it in versus Manila. Overpair flush draw, cut shot. And then Q. Now the sizing is pot. He's not folding a flush. Thank you. What? He shoved queens. Oh, I was scared because I've actually lost at least $20 by just mislooking board. Like on those situations, I bet the river opponent raises and I call because I think I have the nuts. And then on the river, I see that, oh, damn, the board paired. So I have been losing few dollars on those kinds of mislooking the board or my hand, often the board. Yeah, I don't know how the cash out works on the opponents or how does it affect, but I know. Can we pay using cards? What cards? I mean, if you want to book a coaching, you can pay with any method that comes through to me. There are no online payments, so just contact me on the Skype and we will figure out. And if you have a way to transfer funds, then that's what we're using. Oh, all right. I still don't understand what's the difference between rating and hosting. Which one should I use? Let's make it easier because I'm an old fart. Which one should I use? Ooh. Pair and open-ender 100 BP is slightly over, but SPR 5. We're going to raise this one. And we are blocking aces, which is one of the range that we don't want him to continue with. And he folds. Nice. These are kind of spots that I'm not quite sure should I even. We have position on him, so probably should call here. But if we were out of position, I would fold. And let's just get it in. Cut shot and two pairs. It's the nuts on three bet pots. All right. 70% favorite. Cash out 34. See? 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 Oh man, I'm running horribly without cash outs. I mean, when you run 24 buy-ins under EV, that happened almost every time when I get the money in. I and trust me, if there wasn't a cash out, I would be cursing here like, oh fuck me. Why can't I win a single hand and blah 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 blah. With the cash out, nice hand, doesn't matter. I actually have that. I thought that I was making thin bluff catch on the flop and turn. It wasn't on this project. It was, I can't remember when it was, but it was kind of situated on the river. I raised my opponent as a bluff, and then when he was waiting and but thinking should he call or not, I looked my hand, and I was just looking two cards on my hand, and then I looked at the rest too. That damn, I have a straight on the river. Oh boy, three pairs. But if he bets, I'm going to fold, but he checks back. Thank you. Yeah, and rating sounds nice than hosting. Um, let's actually check here. Oh, it's not the three bet. Oh, damn, should have bet. I thought I three bet pre-flop. Oh, now we miss value. I thought we were three betting pre-flop and I would check raise, but it's a single raise, but we should have just bet the flop. Well, we have the nuts. So I'm actually going to bet fold the river because I think he has small flushes a lot in his range. And he doesn't bet the flops. He shouldn't have full houses. Meanwhile, on the green table, we called a 3-bet. Hit top 2. Didn't get action on the flop. Oh boy. Nuts. Nuts everywhere. Wow. We are blocking the 7. And we need to raise a little so we can. Oh, shoot. We're not 40, we have 40% versus the straight. He could have 8 and 9. That's one of the hands that could play that way. Oh, horrible. Let's see. I'm here. I call flop. I call turn. I'm under rep in my hand. I have to call the river. Not super happy about it. But he has a set that he decides to value bet. Wow. Oh boy. What are you doing? What did he have here? King, king, 7. What? He raised me on the flop and then calls on the turn and doesn't bluff on the river. That's that was a weird hand. That was officially weird. Why raise the flop with kings instead of calling? Some 3-bet stuff going on here. Oh, no action. People fold so fast that I can't even zoom on the tables. Yeah, all right. What I get out of that stochastic fissure is that I'm going to raid in the future. Oh boy, if there's a spot where I would like to hit the straight flush, it would be this one. That's nasty flop because we have the flush draw and cut shot, but four ways we are not. We are not. If it was just him, we could even think about playing the hand, but here when we have player behind it, it's just a fold. Well, let's flop more nuts. Yeah, I know you can host when you're offline, but I stick with rating. It's easier if you have just one option. Two pairs, flush draw and cut shot versus acro. If he would bet, I would raise. We are ahead of ace jack, so we're definitely happy to get it in here. Let's turn to here where we 3-bet kings and actually going to get it in. Without the cut shot, could do different, but with the cut shot, I'm going to play for stacks, but I don't really want him to call, or if he calls with queen x, he has to pay for it. And I would expect him to have queen x very often, and I have a feeling that I'm going to lose this one too. Oh, I wouldn't. On some of those 50-50 flips, I haven't used the cash out. And that's why we're running, the cash out is lower than EV, because I haven't been running very well on those flips. 5-4-3-2s. I play from UTG. In my opinion, it has nice playability, and then when people call, it doesn't interfere a lot with their calling range. Especially if they respect that all my UTG races. So I double suited, I'm going to play it. I'm not sure if it's GTO. I really can't check it now. But if anyone has Matrix or Prefab Helper, then oh boy, we're running hard on 3-bet bots because yesterday I wasn't. And let's try to check raise. Yep, thank you. and 73%. And now we're running over EV. I said in the blog that as we are running so much under EV, now probably we should start to get it in lively, because we are bound to run over EV in the future. Results based. We bet the flop, we bet the turn. I think that's very often a full house, because it's really hard for him to have any bluffs. We are blocking the king jack then, and we are blocking the deuce 3 4, and actually that gets there on the river. So I think that's aces queens or something else. And meanwhile, I timed down on the red table with double suited aces and then misclicked 996. Yeah. I had double suited aces in the previous hand and I timed out, and now I misclicked this hand, and oh, this is horrible. Should have gone the other way. Let's play the double suited aces and fold pocket nines. Oh, remind me, at the end of this session, I would check what is my win rate with non-ace ace hands. I decided to 4-bet here because he is 67.50, 650, and we have pocket kings. And he has deuce 5, 6, 6, so not going to cash out when we are less than 50%. And he makes it on the river. We got almost 80% on the turn. So he had complete crap. On the blue table, opponent 4-bets us, and then slow plays his aces on the flop. And we've got a set of kings here. We open, so not afraid of aces. And then someone has the flush. And to call 8, we need to win 32. So we need only $6 as implied odds. So we can call the turn and then fold the river. Tight 3-bet, tight 4-bet, they both have aces. If I had a double suited hand, I would get it in. But I don't think we have a really high. We are flipping because when they both have aces, they are blocking each other. But Jack 7-5 single suited, probably we are just 33 everyone pre-flop. So skipping that spot. With double suited hand or more connected, Jack 10-9 single suited, I would get it in with the best equity. Nuts on the black one. And he has $3 behind, so have to shove and see does he have a queen then. And queen then calling the flop with cut shot. Getting there on the river. Solid. Oh boy. And now we are waiting. And I would say that let's play until we get one of those 4.2 thousand point chests. So playing for the golden chest and then getting to sleep. Yeah, PLO 200 rails, yeah, it's open, but remember that solver plays against other solver players, and in Zoom, people are more tight than solver. So the forward equity pre-flop is higher, and your forward equity post-flop is higher. So there's a lot of reasons why playing 5-4-3-2 double suited is actually a decent option. And I think one of my strengths in the player pool is to make people fold post flop with bluffs. No action for the nuts. But yeah, it's not money making open. We are not printing money with it. But I think it's fun, and it's fun hand to play. All right, set with the flush draw, and he checks back and just gives up. Like a wrong color to babies. Why don't you open one real table? Oh, these are counted for the word streamer. I have the streamer badge. So even playing without any run it once tables, it's counted towards streamer promotion. All right. Danger Day versus Rex. I'm going to raise the flop with bluffs, so why wouldn't I raise with trips too? And then we have the nuts. I don't know how much he knows about my barreling strategy. The thing is, I rarely bluff the turn. So, should probably just check and go. We 3-bet, actually 4-bet, and get SPR less than 1. Let's get it in, and he has 40%. We are ahead. Let's take it. And only time cash out again. So today, well, the cash out saved us one big pot, but then we have had the wrong option on all the all-ins. Cash out when we wouldn't need it and not using it when we would have needed it, but it's the price I have to pay if I want to use it. Yeah, my chest was 600 when I started this. It was nice in the first session, just getting chest and then you get those dice rolls and fun stuff. Now it's 4.2 thousand and the rewards are the same, 4%. So it's not fun anymore. The thing is that it doesn't matter how much your chest costs, you still get the 4% back. And I don't know if that's genius or if that's stupidest thing I've ever seen. I don't know. I mean, if it works, it's genius. Make people play more without giving them any rewards for that. That probably tells something about your average poker player. Yeah, sometimes people call with only backdoors. And I think that's because let's bluff here versus 2, because no one bet the flop and they insta-fold. That's what happens in Zoom. Yeah, I think, well, there are some people that I worked with coaching that overvalue backdoors. Like they call the flop with 2 backdoors just because they have backdoors. And then when I show them how often you make your backdoors, it's on average 4% per backdoor. They are like, oh. So 90% of times they don't make the backdoors by the river. They realize that, oh, we cannot call with backdoors. Pocket kings on the blue one versus really tight 3-better whose 3-bet aces so far. Let's just fold them. So often when people look at the streams and then very often chain Anders and people, they say that, okay, I'm going to do this and this and then say because of my backdoor. But what they mean that is a close situation and do the backdoors, it goes towards this and this. So the reason is not the backdoor, but the backdoor helps in the decision making or gives more playability on the turn or so. But they only hear that, okay, he called the flop, blah, 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 and the backdoor. So they start to overvalue backdoors. And of course, when you make it, you feel like genius. Should we raise here? Yes, we are. Thank you. Come again. Well, before the project, I would say that the win rate is worse on Zoom because players are tied. Because your average opponent VPIP is very low. But then I played 12,000 hands, making 20 PP per 100 on EV. So it's kind of hard to say that it's not working, but I would say that yeah, it shouldn't. I'm probably running hard, or there are a lot of tight players, and I've been exploiting them on certain spots because they are just so happy to fold their hands, and they often play face up. But I would say that definitely opponents being tied is minus EV. Because the money you win from the tight ones while bluffing is much smaller than what you would win from coin stations. But yeah, the average VPIP on Zoom 25 is 23. And then on normal tables, you can easily find tables with average VPIP of 50. That's what I have always been saying, that it's harder to make money in Zoom. But I don't know what's going on with this PLO25 Zoom. But I would say that if I play 100,000 hands and I would keep up 20 BP per 100 win rate, I would be probably one that would be most surprised. I think 10 BP is achievable, but 20 is running hard. But then again, the amount of money that I can value for my value bets sometimes amazes me how light opponents are giving away their money. But if there are 150 players now in the pool, or overall, of course, some of them have duplicate, but let's say there's 150 entrants in the Zoom, then probably 10 of those are the good customers. And then you just play more or less break even or marginal profit versus everyone else and wait to get payday from the good customers. Yeah, and average pots are smaller. What happens here? He calls the flop and leads the turn half a pot. Well, we have flush draw, cut shot, and we could even have the best hands sometimes. I think that's very often ace with the flush draw. Yep, it was. Second nuts with two flush draws versus shorty. Well, why wouldn't we raise? I just called the flop with the straight and flush draw in position, and he didn't have anything. Damn. On the black one, open ender, nothing more. We have a thin blocker. I'm not sure if it's the and folded kings. Damn, why doesn't the time bank start automatically? Oh, he doesn't fold two pairs with the queen blockers. Not sure if he knew that his queen blockers he should call with two pair, or if he just called with two pairs because he's a coin station. But if he didn't have the queens, he just calls with king deuce, then I wouldn't like it. On the green table, everything gets there by the river. Nuts on the black one versus active player who doesn't play with us. Ace 10 7 5 not raised from people versus small blind limper. No idea what we're talking about. Ace 10 5 7. I had ace 10 5 7 double suited. Wow, didn't see it. Oh, should have bet opened, especially versus tight player, because then I could make money versus Jordy without looking my cards. It's just on certain flops I can make him fold often enough. Yeah, definitely should have opened that pre-flop. Just missed that. Just look at my hand is not good enough to open. It's just didn't see it was blind versus blind. So yeah, probably missed there some value. Oh. I called the turn. Didn't realize the board is paired. He should have a stronger range. Damn. On the black one, decided to 3-bet, tried to isolate Cookie Land. Because then we can bet on so many flops, but Nixios was screwed and he will have a lot of those middle rundowns in his range. What would we need on the river? Probably 3, ace or king. Because 5 is not... If they both check, then it might be good, but... Would be really weird if we win here. Ace, queen, deuce. Wow. Nixiosmo. Nixiosmo cold calls 3-bet with ace, queen suited and deuce 4 suited. That's loose. And that's a rep. Plays on Zoom and Partyport. I don't know why he plays here. So Nixiosmo, a Finnish player, if you're watching, why in the world are you playing Zoom? Or he's grinding the same bonus probably. Yeah. Most likely. Because haven't seen him in the Zoom ever before. As far as I know, the rate is kind of same. Or I don't even know what's my rate is in Zoom. I just don't. We could see that in the end if I remember. Oh. Wow. I honestly don't know what should we do here. Well, 5-way can't go wrong. It's just the flush draw has domination issues. That's the only thing that worries me. But if we hit the flop, people are stacking off so lightly that that's not the flop. There's no way we will ever see the showdown here. If Borbol bets here, oh, he doesn't. Okay. I think I would call if he bets because it's so polarizing. He doesn't have a straight, and he shouldn't bet A lot of his two pair hands there either. But he didn't bet. He had queen blockers. He thought about that on the river. If I was him, I would bet the turn and river. It would make me fold on the turn. Yeah, Stars gave that same bonus. The amount varied on the Finnish Discord. Some people can um, get $40 if you raise to 100. So I think it's based on whatever weird algorithm they have. But I think Nixie Osmo is grinding that one. Because why would he come from Body Poker Stars? Or then, for some weird reason, he's not the same player. He's just used. Oh, what is that? A min open. That's a mistake. Well, we hit the flop where we have 4 equity. There's no blockers. Oh, we have a 7 that blocks some 2 pairs, but it's fine to bet half a pot here. And he folds. I bet the flop. He calls, probably has an ace or flush draw. And he's very tight. I'm going to try to get a value bet from if he has ace queen or ace king. I don't know what kind of amounts Stars gives on that promotion, but like my rate 500 on PLO25 Zoom is around 10 hours probably, 15 hours of play. So it shouldn't take a month. Oh boy. Peak pot alert. Peak pot alert. I just hope we get it in pre-flop so we don't have to worry about the variance. That's what I always like. He probably has aces or kings. And wow. Wow. Well, hello nuts. With the flush draw, with the redraw, with everything. We are crushing naked 10-9 here. And he has a set with 22%. We cash out. And once again, we wouldn't have need to. But I'm quite sure that if we wouldn't, we would have lost. Because that's how I run. I actually had a straight flush yesterday. It just wasn't the stream. So I don't think the jackpot goes up today much because we're using the cash out. If it's all in, but sometimes we win the pot without going all in before the river. Let's see if we have enough hands to mark on some of the players. Ba-da-da-da-da-ba-ba-da. Because yesterday I looked, my total profit was around 500, and my profit with pocket aces was 450 or something. So I was wondering, like, am I making any money without pocket aces? And then we have aces on a couple of tables. And not hitting much. Why did you cash out? Oh, you didn't see the graph. I'm going to show you. Where's my poker stars? Oh, let's make it slightly better looking. No hands. Here's my graph. Green line is winnings, orange is EV, and the purple is my winnings as I have used cash out. The difference is 500. Over $500. Oh, risk 2,000 to get 800. Well, I would say that if I had that promotion, I would still play because it's definitely achievable even on PLO25 Zoom in a month. It's just that, why is this a blue one? Why do I have a blue color? Who is Hämäyssiirto? What? I use blue color as a note for, well, he's a rep definitely, so let's get it in with Ace King King. I use blue color to mark someone so that I could make a note on him later. If I want to make the note on the star software or the HUD. So I'm marking him. So when I catch him on the tables, I'm going to put a note on him. But yep, cash out costs 1%. But if I can save my mental game paying that 1%, I'm super happy. And when you look at the graph, I'm quite glad I used that. And I mean, the effect on your win rate is around probably 1 BP per 100. So I'm much more happier to drop from 20 to 19 and make sure my mental game doesn't affect my game than squeeze for that 1 BB and put myself to danger of all the swings. And if I didn't use cash out, I know myself that going 20 buy-ins under EV while playing with the short bankroll, that would have affected my game for sure. And it also means that you could operate with slightly smaller bankroll. Because all you have to do is make sure you play plus EV poker. Yeah, it's 10% cut to 10 BP per 100, but think about this way. I'm going to call on the red one in case he wants to bluff the river. If you know that running horribly or losing a lot of flips in a row will affect your mental game, you're not robot. If you know that there's a danger if you run a lot under EV with small or big bankroll, then how much it's going to reduce your win rate? Because I mean, in session, if you play one hand poorly, that could wipe out all the winnings from the session. I mean, if I play 1,000 hand session here, and my EV win rate is 10 pp per 100, then that's one buy-in on EV. What if I, in a tilt, play a couple of hands horribly, and the EV cost of those hands is 30 pp's total? So two 15 pp mistakes. Not a big deal. That's 30 pp lost, which means that my 10 pp win rate drops to 7 pp because I made small mistakes in two hands because I got angry. So compared to that, paying 1 pp per 100 and make sure the mental game is not hurting me is worth it, in my opinion. And of course, anyone can play however they like. But as I said in the beginning, probably the only way that could prevent me from making money on PLO25. Oh, that's a nice turn. One of the only ways that could prevent me from making profits is that a straight flush. God damn it. I thought that, oh my god, the board paired. Let's just raise him. I thought that, oh my god, the board paired. But wait, we have ace jack. It means the jackpot is triggering. And wow. He bet folds. He didn't have the full house. Yeah, but poker is a very delicate game. If your A game is 10 BBs, then the thing is that one mistake in session, one hand where you know your beat, but you make a fuck it call on the river for 15 BBs when you know your beat, it's going to hurt your win rate more than using cash out. And I know that one of the only things that can prevent me from playing winning poker is my mental game. It's something that when I was younger, I had a lot of problems. And I still see that, especially if I'm running poorly, losing a lot of flips, running a lot under EV, that's the danger zone when my game will start to drop a little. Not super tilts, but when I look back at the hands, I see that this is not optimal. Hey, guys, that was a straight flush. Is Peralta here? No, he's not. All right, let's do this shit. So we have to wait because of the delay. I don't want to spoil it. But probably as soon as I see in the chat someone commenting that it's a straight flush, I open the raffle. And probably in the time you hear this, the raffle is almost ending. There's instruction. It's not that complicated. And most of you probably knows how it works. All right, you have seen it. Oh, so let's start. All the possible ways to make money. $2. I'm actually going to sit out 959. No. I'm going to sit out for the raffle. and then we start the raffle. Too bad the jackpot is a bit small, because on this Zoom session it doesn't go up, because we don't win big pots that often. So it's 30.75. So someone is going to win 23.05. $23.05 for someone. But let's play this hand before we can sit out. Wow, everyone won on the boss 5. Huh. We can't sit out on this table. Right, let's start it up. So you have 3 minutes to get the tickets. 102 bucks per ticket, maximum of 5. And then you win $23.05, and all the possible money transferring options are available. So it doesn't matter how you want the money. Just remember that if the transferring has any fees, then those are deducted from the jackpot. But the great thing here is that Deralte is not here yet. I hope he doesn't wake up. No one tell him. Don't tell Deralte, because he would come and get one ticket and win it. So the more tickets you get, the higher chance you have of winning. And due to the delay, probably now you know who won it. I don't yet know, because we have 2-minute delay with the Zoom. Not even 3 minutes, only 2 minutes today. About future stuff, there has been rumors that we might have streamer home game on next week. And looks like we might have it. So might be that on next week's Wednesday we will have a streamer home game with some new faces, but nothing official yet. And now I'm just waiting for the 3 minutes to go. How much need? And Mertant is now following. Damn, we are approaching 400. Thanks for following. There might be a couple of follows that are not on the counter, so we are approaching 400, which is nice because the jackpot goes down to 7.7 now. But here we go. Who's the winner? Stochastic with 1 ticket. Ha! Same star as usual. Have you changed your Twitch nickname? Flash Hype. Can you change your Twitch nickname or did you make a new account? Oh, I have to write it down. I don't remember it. Just a second. It was 23.05 on Flash Hype. And then we will be having 7.70. Oh, on the jackpot. So boom, it goes down. X Flash Hype. Why change the name? All right, and we are still missing slightly less than 2,000 points from the big chest, and I'm just hoping I'm probably going to get 2 or 3 chests before I rate the 500 of these golden ones. And I'm just hoping that one of those would be the purple one, that when it opens, there comes the purple light, because those are the premium chests where you get more. That would be nice. We need victory music. These kind of spots, I don't like to check back to protect my check-in range on micro. I just bet because we are blocking his continuation range. And for his calling range, ace jack is actually doing fine. Now the 9 is a clubs. And he insta-checks the river. Is it too thin? Because he could call with ace king, ace 5. Wow. Check then, and if he had waited for a few seconds before checking the river, I wouldn't value bet. I wouldn't have value bet that one, but when he insta-checked, he looked more like 2 pairs. But he was very thin. All right, thanks. On green table, blockers don't do shit. And then on here we 3-bet axe grinder. Not much we can do on the turn but call with open ender and overpair. And we make the nuts on the river, which helps a bit. And he pot folds. Oh, did you just make a blocker bet on me? Too bad the jackpot is not going up, most likely, unless we get deep or Get nice setups. But I don't think I need that many points. Let me see what the situation is. We need 440 points, which is 88 $88 or so, so a couple of hours. Let's check raise this flop as a semi bluff. And if he calls, we're going to hit the flush because EV owns me. Told you, EV owns me. Now I should try to get it in 200 pp's deep with one out because EV owns me. Oh, boss fights. Let's try to get 4 or more because then there's a chance to find not raising. Cut shot and really small flush draw. Ew. Wow. I mean, his 3-bet in position is full of crap. Are we stacking off 200 pp's deep? We are. But he doesn't want to. Here he 3-bets and checks the flop. Let's give him pressure on the turn. The thing is that once we check the flop, we... What? Oh, I'm not calling. I'm just trying to figure out what could he have to play 200 pp's deep. 3-bet check the flop, queen 8, ace ace queen, queen queen. I mean, if he doesn't have the full house or ace king queen jack with flush draws or something, that's a weird line. Unless he puts me on a bluff, which is very likely, and just makes a move like aces with spades, which would be a great play. Oh, Phil beat everyone. Oh, you can't beat Phil. Let's see if our 3 pairs is enough here. I think he has some flush draws in his range and 7-9s and stuff, or pocket nines. Yeah, of course Evie has a memory. It's like one of the best things on televised poker is Barry Greenstein. I'm it was I think Durr was playing the tables and he was the new kid on the block that played more mathematical poker, and he played more like just mathematically understanding ranges and blockers and so, and putting a lot of pressure to people on those old dinosaurs of poker who played pretty straightforward face-up poker. So Durr was the modern way of playing, and Durr was often explaining that, yeah, in their range they shouldn't have, and I block their combinations, and blah 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 blah. Then Barry Greenstein made some kind of desperation bluff, or not strategical or mathematically correct bluff, and then the host was asking him something about it. He said, just, yeah, math is overrated. And that explains a lot about those old school poker players. For them, math is overrated because they don't play with math. And that's why they don't do well on modern poker. Damn. I raised the turn with the blocker, and because he's stabbing the turn often, and then we do make the straight on the river, so we don't have to bluff the river. And he had the nut. Wow, he had the nuts that he checked or just called on the turn. Why? We lost a big pot earlier. We three bet aces and bet the flop and turn, and Ref decided to shove the turn. He has two pairs always. Or better, he's not shoving the turn without beating our aces. Loose open on the black table, but we have three tight players here behind us. And on that flop, we can just bet. Flopping nuts on the green one. Wow. We get the money in. Probably flipping. Oh, we are small favorite, actually. See? Can't win without cash out. But I know myself, if there wasn't cash out and then I lose all of those, it would hurt me. You've seen me on the streams. I'm not this happy if I'm running 20 blinds under EV. I love cash out. Nine high flush on the red one. Flop goes check, turn goes check. I think I just need to call this one. And just hope I'm in a good shape often enough. nuts on the red one, and river pairs. Flop goes check, check. He doesn't see bet the flop. So I think we can value bet the river. And he called. What? With 10? What? So he calls a turn with the straight, okay? But then when I barrel the river, board is paired and flushed. And he calls with the bottom. It's not even the nut straight. And he wasn't blocking full houses. He's not blocking flushes. I mean, that's probably the worst hand you can have there. I mean, even probably ace queen with the ace of spades would be better hand to bluff catch. I mean, he's not blocking anything from my value range. Well, I don't complain. Oops, wrong color. I don't complain. I'm here. I'm going to bluff him and hope he folds try aces. Oh, ace and then called with. I really thought that if he had a flush draw, he would very often see bet the flop. But yeah, I don't expect him to fold a flush there ever. On the green table, opening checks because there's two tight players. So we have a lot more fold equity than normal. Wouldn't open these checks from UTG. And just see betting flop. It's plus EV. Ew. When he's calling the flop, often he has a queen, overpair, which now should have a full house, or he has some kind of tens or nines. And he had a queen this time. But if he doesn't have a queen, he is going to fold or call with the worst hand very often. He checks twice quickly, so pot turn and bet all non-diamond rivers. But then the diamond comes. We should have fold equity. To make him fold two pairs, one pair. And he folds, nice. Open aces and everyone calls. Hope everyone folds. Or turn is an ace. Oh fuck, he's 71. Oh dear. We need to pay 10 in the pot of 28. We need 30%. The problem is opponent is 71.33. But flop aggression only 3 out of 12. So he has the 4 most likely. If he had been more aggressive so far on the flops, then probably would have just get it in and go with it. How long does it take to grind 4.2 thousand points? Oh, he had a 5. In his range for sure, but then he has some straight draws, flush draws, smaller overpairs. Who knows? That we definitely have fold equity versus. Double suited ace is on the green one. And flopping overpair and flush draw. No action. Isolation doesn't work. Caracho cold calls my 3-bet and probably has a really bad hand. But we should have a super high fold equity on this flop. Have to barrel when the ace comes, because now it's more likely that he has a kings or 8, which he should fold now. Or he has the ace and he wins. Okay, he has the ace. Good hand. If he shows kings, I'm pure king. Wouldn't barrel the turn, but when ace comes, it's less likely that he has an ace. And due to the small sizing, he could definitely call the flop with kings or queens type of hand. Or if he has that 8 that he's low played, turn bet should put him in a nasty spot. Probably not folding 8, but top pair and flush draw. And what in the name of Lord? He opens and min 3 bets. Is he tricking with me? I don't really know if I should shove. Hey, so he had aces. Alright. Here we get it in with trips versus Jack 9. Oh, fuck. Oh, we're crushed now. Getting hammered on 2 tables. So he had aces with the straight. And there he had a jack 9 versus our jack with overcards and flush draw. So how deep were we? 33. And here 25. So pretty much lost 2 buy-ins there with setups. Ew. Is this going to be a losing session now? Because we were winning before those 2 hands. Now I'm not sure. Well, trips. No action. And here versus tight player. I'm going to barrel the turn. Try to get value from kings with clubs, queens with clubs. Or then he has the 6. That's the other option. No, what? He had a cut shot and flush draw. It's weird when tight players make those call downs. So how is our session doing now? Oh boy. All in adjusted is minus 28. I'm most only, well, one is minus $2. I count that as break even. So far out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is the 11th session. And before this, my EV was negative in only one session. And in that losing session, it was minus $10. Bluffing the river on the green one. Wow, and he calls with ace and 4. Okay, blockers don't work. Nicolas. And we find him on the tables. We get it in with aces versus aces. Yeah. Oh, we would have won it. Nicolas, where are you? I want to make note on you. Because he snap calls my almost pot size bet on the river with top and bottom 2 pairs when the straight completes. Did he leave? One hero call and now he's gone. And find him. Huh. Let's raise this one. Yeah, the mean four bet, it's like if we were deeper, then I would get. That's the problem. If we were like 150 bps deep, then that mean four bet is I get it, because then if I bite it, then he could shove. It's more of inducement. Oh, shouldn't have raised here. What I was thinking. Three pairs and we have a blocker to straights. Should have just called. Well, most likely he didn't have much. Well, my other option was to sub pre-flop because I was 120 pp's deep, so ace king king. Thought about just shoving. Would be the same outcome. Oh, ew, 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 ew. He three bets me. Well, I can't fold. Does he have aces? No! Woo! Thank you, cash out. So he didn't have aces. It sucks to flop a set in 3-bet pot if the board is ace high. If the turn wouldn't be a hearts, probably would have shoved anyway, but the heart made it a bit easier. Problem was that opponent was somewhat unknown. The guy who snap called the river with ace 4, I think he left the pool. Because I don't see him on the table. Oh, there it is. There he is. So let's make a note. So we won't bluff him ever again. He had ace king 5-3. Didn't he have aces there? What? I missed that earlier. So that mean 4-bet wasn't aces. What? Are you kidding me? Oh my god. He didn't have. So should have shoved pre-flop. We would have him crushed. We had ace king queen 5. He had ace king 5. Oh my god. I thought he had aces. I mean, oh my god. We had him crushed pre-flop. And he bets the flop with a wrap. Oh boy. That hurts me. Table 1 if he checks back the flop, or did he? No, he just closed the flop. That could be nines or jack 9. Yeah, jack 9 makes sense, but that's about it. But when I bet the turn and check the river, he could bluff all of his missed flush draws and everything. But yeah, he had that jack 9, so we are pretty hammered here. Ace, king 5. Oh my god, I wish I didn't see that. Should have shoved pre-flop. Because, yeah, that's why he didn't make a big 4-bet, because he didn't have aces. So he was just tricking and hitting the turn. And now he thinks it was a great play. Yeah, you would think he folds ace king 5-3, or at least just call the 3-bet. Bluff catch on the black table. Yeah, he should just go, definitely not 4-bet. Yeah, you can open ace king 5-3 if you want to, but mean 4-bet and then hitting. Oh, fuck me. Well, PLO is not dead. Now I just wish I would have trust my instincts and just get it in pre-flop. Uh, we need some big pots, or this is going to be a losing session. And it's the biggest losing session of the project. $43 already down in EV and minus 80 in reality. But it's pretty much those two hands we lost $57. Drawing almost dead on those back-to-back hands on the left tables. Raise on the red one. And he makes a weird. And second nut flush versus nut flush on the blue table. Oh boy. So even with the cash out, we're losing a lot. Because now these setups go to the opponent's favors. So the run good is ending. And Johnny raises on the blue one. We have the 13 under wrap, so we're going to call once, hitting the nuts, and getting it in on the turn. That was the solid plan. And we have 72%. Oh, and we managed to get the chest, so this session ends up in a nasty hole. Deep Doctor on the blue red one. And Yuri, I don't know how to pronounce it. Zuli follows, thank you. 394, and he's probably missing 2 followers or something like that. So we are definitely close to get the 400. So we are not going to chase the losses. We are going to end the session and accept that got nasty setups today. And the ace king 5-3 hand is, I mean, if we just 5-bet, he calls, we shove the flop, we get it in with 70% equity. That would be nice. But didn't happen. It's just a small, but I'm going to peel the river. Oh, Geralt, you also missed a jackpot. We were having so much fun when you were not around to play the jackpot. So there was something I needed to check. Oh yeah, my winnings without the pocket aces. Well, now anyway, the graph is crushed because we have a losing session. Oh, over 100 down. So pretty much 5 binds down from this top. And today, minus 87, minus 15 EV. But yeah, the minus EV is pretty much those 2 hands. It happens. It's just that Jack 9 is set up, but the Ace King 5-3 is, oh man. Well, if he hadn't made the straight on the turn, we would have cut it in with huge equity. So can't complain, but when you look at this all-in adjusted winnings from the sessions, you will see that, should I zoom if you can see it better there? There you can see, there's the all-in adjusted winnings. Profits minus 10, minus 2. 2 binds, 4 binds, 2 binds, 1 buy-in, 5 binds, 6 binds, 4 binds profits. So can't complain. I mean, happy running 6 hard, all-in adjusted win rate 18 still, which is definitely over the EV. I don't think you can sustain 18 or 20 BP win rate in tight PLO25 pool. I just don't think. Here's my pocket aces. 540. So I made $450 and 540 came from pocket aces. So I'm not even sure if I want to see this one. Wow. Wow. I don't know what to think about this. Oh, you don't. Oh, sorry. Fuck. Let's go back. Sorry. So this is my graph with pocket aces. 540 profits, and overall profit was 450. And I have no idea what to think about this. Well, we were making $150 until the last drop with non-aces, and so we were making profits, but I don't know if this is normal and macros. I mean, if it is, do we want to play anything else than pocket aces? The next time when you laugh to those nits who play only aces, I made $550 with aces and $50 without aces. I have no idea what to think. Is this good or do I suck without pocket aces? But then I at least I know how to play aces. Well, it's making money on all other positions and blinds minus 30, minus 50. It's sustainable. So I think that's decent line. I mean, we're still only on a middle position, but sample size is quite small. I mean, if we win one $50 pot, this would be plus 22. Wow. Not sure if you can see it there. Now you can see positional win rates. So without pocket aces, I think small blind and big blind are not good ones, but I think minus 30 without aces is okay. So if these were red, then I would be worried. So probably the blinds are just eating away a lot, but it's still. I mean, it's not the graph you would expect to see when you filter non-ace ace hands. You might want to go to your graph and see how you're doing without pocket aces. And can't say we're running hot. minus minus 550. 22 binds under EV when we don't have pocket aces. Oh my god. Weird game. Let's open the chest and let's hope it's some kind of super bonanza. No, my non-ace hands were not unprofitable on PLO2. Or was it? Mm. Wow. This is my PLO2 Zoom from last year without pocket aces. Break even. But I don't know, there's a huge downswing there. But these should be, well, on the blinds we are, well, the sample size is so small, but yeah. It's still weird. Only 2,000 hands. Why do I have only 2,000 hands on PLO2? No, see, probably that PLO2 database is not on this computer then, so we don't see. All right, the grand final. No purple. Oh, come on. 100 coins and 5. Oh, that's pretty much like same as 600 coins. So got $6 from this session. Got $6 from the session and we rate. And today we raised $32, so we got 5% back. No, 20. Yeah, 20% almost. But we had few points before that, but running hot. And let me still, one more thing to check is I need 350 points, which is 100 and, oh, how much is it? Is it $70? Yeah, 5 points per rail. So $75 rate is around 3.5 hours. So pretty much 3.5 hours. Let's see if we can do that tomorrow afternoon and just get this thing done. All right. Hope you enjoyed. That went fast. 2 hours of Zoom. Sorry we didn't cross today, or we did cross until the end. But well, there were some interesting spots at least for sure. We'll do another Zoom stream. I hope to get the Zoom challenge done tomorrow. So definitely going to stream, if not both sessions. Going to play in 2 sessions, probably 1.5 hours and then 2 hours. Probably going to stream at least the later one, so we can finish the project on the stream. So stay tuned, follow Twitter or have notifications on. Congratulations, Flash Hype or Stochastic Fisher for winning the jackpot. Sorry that you didn't get it, but I will see you tomorrow. Thanks and bye bye. Let's see if we raid someone.